Hi, in this video I'll be discussing custom tables. Custom tables allow you to write SQL statements or reference views and integrate them into your product. From there you can then join into the existing tables. I'll start off with a simple example using a product called AdventureWorks. You can see here that I've created a query over the sales order header table, and I've brought out the accounts and I've changed the order date to just display the year. So I have a very highly summarized view over the sales. What I'm going to do here is view the SQL statement, and I'm going to use this as a template for a custom table. I'm just going to copy that, and on the table I'm going to right click and select custom tables. At the moment I don't have anything in here. I'm just going to press new, and the custom table is going to be over AdventureWorks, and here it's asking me if I have a SQL statement or an MDX statement. So I have SQL, and you can see up here there's a bit of a template to show you the sort of syntax that we're after. Let's paste in that SQL statement that was generated by Sharperlight earlier. I need to take out that top command, and here we're getting the year for the order date. Just need to give that a proper column name, so I'm just going to call this year, and the account name is 5, account number, and the total, I'll just change that to total due. This is necessary because with a sum and a year around the columns, they don't have any particular name. Finally, I'm going to take out the sort order. Let's come down to the description, and I'm going to call this table a summary of sales. I'll leave the code as it is and press OK. Now, as long as you don't have any problems with your SQL statement, you should go straight through to the next screen. I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just going to go OK, and we've created our custom table. Let's close this and have a look at the tables under AdventureWorks. Now we have a folder called Custom Tables. So I can now select this, and you can see that it's now got a cut down view based on the SQL statement we generated earlier. So we can output this, and we'll just sum that total, and here's our data. Let's move over to a more complicated scenario where we're using a system called SAP Business One. This system has multiple companies, and these companies are in separate databases. What I'd like to do with this example is create a SQL statement over a particular table. This is the business clients table, and I've just put in a where clause so we get the business clients who are of a type customer only. This SQL statement I would like to pull in to the SAP Business One product. I'm going to copy this, and just as we did before, I'd like to select on the table and go Custom Tables, New, SAP Business One. I'm going to paste in the SQL. This time I don't need to put aliases on the tables because we don't have any sums, and I'm going to give this a description of customers, and press OK. And let's have a look at this table as it appears now in SAP Business One. Come down to the custom folders again, and here's our new table. What I'd like to do now is make a join between this card code and another table in SAP Business One, which is the business partners table. You can see that it also has a code, and we'd like to join to this. So as before, we'll go back into custom tables, and we'll select customer and go to the table details tab. This is where we can make a join between the two tables. So I'm going to right click, select new, join, and from the list I'll just do a find for business partners, and I'm going to marry up the columns so it'll be where the card code equals the card code in business partners. You can see here that we have a new join. Let's go OK, and we'll just refresh the list and retrieve our customers table. Now you can see we have the card code and the card name, but you also have a join to business partners. So if I pull out the business partner type, they should all be customers. You can see that this customer table now integrates with what's already in SAP Business One. If I preview this SQL, you can see that our custom table has been created as a virtual table. But the problem with this custom table is that it's hard-coded to a particular company. If I was to change my company to the UK and run this again, what I'll get is data from AU, and the join is then going to the correct company. What we'd like to do now is change this logic here of our custom table to be dynamic and pick up whatever company we're selecting. To do that, go into the lookup for the tables and choose any table, for example the table that we joined on previously. And if we go right click information, you'll see there's some details about the underlying SQL table. And you can see that there's a curly bracket equals DBS curly bracket on the front of the table. This is where the company's been substituted in. If we do the same to our custom table, it'll then change. So let's go back and enter this on the front of our custom table. Go back in and go to the custom table details, and on the top node where it says table name, let's edit this and replace this code here with DBS curly bracket dot. Save this. Let's refresh the table to pick up the changes and preview the data again. And this time our custom table is now pointing to the correct company. Next, I would like to customize where the custom table will appear in the overall table structure. I'd like it to appear under this folder here instead of down in the arbitrary custom tables folder. So let's edit the custom table again and go to the location specify option, and let's select the exact location where we'd like it to appear. Choose any company and open up business partners, and I would like to put it just after this table here. So I'll select that, and you can see it's telling me the folder and the table after which it'll appear. So now when we come back and browse for the tables, you'll find it's no longer down in custom tables but up in the main tree. Custom tables are a great way of extending the product, and if you receive a new version of the data model, for example SAP Business One, what will happen is that all your custom tables will be merged with the new offering, so nothing will be lost. Also, there are features such as custom joins and fields. These will be touched on in another video. In closing, I'd like to just talk about security. By default, custom tables are disabled. This is because we don't want end users extending and changing the product. So in Site Setup, just check your permissions to make sure that you have the ability to do custom tables and custom joins. Another point is, if you've created custom tables, they're going to be stored in the Sharperlight database. If you need to deploy them to another server, use the export import on the custom tables to move these as files, so we can save that. That's been a brief overview of custom tables.